What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Hope you guys are having a great day out there, crushing it, making some money. I for sure am. And in today's video, like we do every single day on the channel, we're going to break down some stocks. And in this case, we're going to go over 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at right now in the markets. We're going to break down multiple time frames, my thoughts on these stocks, and of course, my game plan with these stocks. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below if you all want my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. And you guys can get 50 free bucks from M1 Finance and 2 stocks from Webull up to $1,600. All of those are linked right down below. So let's get right into it. Stock number 1 is FUBO, ticker symbol FUBO, and they actually report earnings after market hours when you're watching this video. And by the way, I'm actually filming this video the day before, so when you're watching this, I actually filmed this yesterday because I have a bunch of workers at my house. They're doing a lot of work to my shower, which is actually right next to where I film. They actually ripped the whole shower out. They had to cut a hole through the ground to funnel up the new shower. It's a lot of work. It's a mess. It's very loud, and I can't film throughout the day, so I'm actually pre-recording this video for tomorrow, which is today. When you're watching the video, you guys get what I'm saying. So stock number 1 is FUBO, which again reports after market hours, and what we're noticing here is it's on the verge of breaking out, and it's still very oversold. You might be looking at it, you're like, it's ran up a bit from about 23 bucks. Now it's 33 bucks, and that's all in the past couple of weeks. But if you pull back a bit, guys, 3-year chart and zoom in a bit, this was a $62 stock. Now it's $33. It is still down a lot. It's still down about 50% from those all-time highs. And if I pull back that 4-hour chart, I'm noticing an ascending triangle forming here into that main resistance of 35 bucks, which you guys can see we struggled there back in the end of June, back in the middle of August. Also just recently, about a week ago, early November, we hit 35, we pulled back, and we held the 50 SMA at a higher low, and now we're actually starting to pop back up to get deeper into this ascending triangle. And you guys know how this plays out. Maybe you don't. I'm going to tell you, right? If an ascending triangle plays out, we end up seeing a breakout. We end up seeing a leg up. And the next major gap here, the next, I guess you can say, main resistance that we could go to is 45, more like 43 to 45 per share, which was that high point from the beginning of March. So in my opinion, seriously, guys, and understanding how volatile FUBO is and how quick it can move, this could happen fast. If we break 35, which I'm setting my alert right now at, if we break that, we might see a huge push, a squeeze up towards 40. If that breaks, 43, 45, that could happen very, very quickly. So set your alerts. Watch out for FUBO TV. They report earnings, again, like I said, after market hours when you're watching this video, so be ready for that. Wynn Resorts is stock number 2, which if you guys know, if you're in my Patreon, you know that I ended up locking in profits this past Friday, on my Wynn Resorts position. I bought this at about 91.30, sold it at 97 something. Roughly, right? Again, all you guys in my Patreon know. And I'm actually looking at it for a potential re-entry after earnings. So I pretty much sold it because I was up a little bit, and it's really kind of been a dead stock in a sense. And they have earnings coming up, and I don't really like holding my shorter term trades through earnings. So I took the profit, and they report when you're watching this video after market hours, right? So you got to be ready for this, because overall Wynn saw a bit of some heat, because they have multiple locations, right? In terms of their business, Vegas, Boston, and in China and Macau, right? So Macau, it's a big part of their business. We saw what was going on there with the Chinese stocks. Wynn got, drawn into this, and rightfully so, considering a lot of their business is in Macau. So the stock went from 100 to 78. Now it's rebounded. It's filled that entire gap. Pretty much hit $100. Now we're back into the mid 90s. I want to see if this breakout continues. And look at this. We are breaking out as of now. You know, we're still very oversold as well. From $140 back in March, now we're sitting at 95. And like I said, we're breaking out. We're above the moving averages. We're seeing a golden cross. And we're actually at a multi-month high at this point, almost a 2-month high. So if earnings are solid, guys, and listen to this, earnings are solid, guidance, all that good stuff, and we start breaking into 100, 105 and higher, that is where I think the real shift in momentum is going to occur. And let me explain why. 105 was actually that sell zone from end of August, early September. So if we end up ripping out of there, if buyers prove to want momentum out of there, right, to bid this thing higher above 105, this could start erupting towards 120 very quickly, especially if the cases continue going down, which they have been down, but who knows what's going to happen in the winter months, guys. But hypothetically speaking here, cases go down. Wynn, I think, is going to, do well. 105, $120. That's where I think it's going if it breaks 105. So set your alerts for Wynn Resorts, ticker symbol WYNN. And the last one here, which is pretty oversold as well, but it's kind of been reversing as of late, is Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. They just hit an all-time high back in the end of July at about $128, and when they reported earnings, they dropped all the way to about 104. They lost close to 18% of their value, so they almost got into a bear market. And I believe their earnings were not that bad. I mean, it was a bit of an overreaction, and the market agrees with me, considering we had a V-shaped recovery, and now we're breaking out past those highs right before earnings. So what did they even report? And by the way, this is the only company out of the three that already reported earnings when I'm filming this and when you're watching it, right? So earnings came in at $1 adjusted versus the 99 cents estimated, so they beat EPS, but revenue missed by a tad bit, by a little hair there. Revenue came in at 8.1 billion versus 8.21 billion estimated. So they missed revenue, they beat EPS, and they saw U.S. same-store sales increase by 22% in the quarter, rising by 11% on a 2-year basis, which in my opinion, that's pretty good, pretty solid there. And China, on the flip side, China saw same-store sales shrink by 7% in the quarter, missing Starbucks' prior forecast of flat same-store sales growth. So a little bit of a mixed bag. You know, they beat EPS, missed revenue, U.S. same-store sales did great, China not so well. But the stock on the flip side, like I said, it saw a V-shaped recovery. Now we're back over the moving averages. We took out the highs from before the earnings report at 115. We hit about 117. I believe that was on Friday. That was on Friday. Now we're pulling back a bit as I'm filming this video. And as long as we hold 115 and slowly take 117 out, this could be a nice move. It could see a nice move, probably back towards the highs, at least from mid-September, 120 at minimum, guys. And if that breaks 120, boom, we're probably going to fill the gap back to 125, 127, which gives it about 10, 15 bucks upside from where we are right now. So pretty much that's it. FUBO, Wynn, Starbucks. 3 very different businesses. One is in streaming, TV services, whatever you want to call it. The other is in, casinos, gambling, hotels. And then the other one is a fast food or coffee chain, whatever you want to call it, with thousands of locations. Very different, yet a lot of these charts, all of them, in my opinion, look pretty decent. Especially FUBO. I think FUBO is on the verge of breaking out. So that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss a single video, and drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and make sure to check out my Patreon as well if you guys want my buy buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon. And you guys could also get 50 free bucks from M1 Finance and 2 stocks from Webull. All you have to do is use the links down below, deposit 100 bucks into both of those platforms, and we each literally get free money. Check it out. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.